All right, we have a viewer question today from Midardo Bossman1, and he asked, after 3 years of dating different women, I still can't forget about my first love. What should I do?
Keep dating, keep trying to get better. The whole idea is you're trying to make yourself the most attractive man that you can be. And so the more successful you become in your career, the more fit and in shape you are, the more money you make. Money doesn't make you happy, but it certainly buys you choices. And as you know, success is making progress in life. And as a man, especially, is like, because you get paid based upon the value that you bring to the marketplace. So as a man, you're always trying to raise your value. You should always, throughout your whole life until you drop dead, you should be trying to grow your reserve of knowledge. And you do that by reading and studying and learning. And also you earn money based upon developing your gifts, your skills, and your talents. And so as you go through life, you get life experience, you learn what works, you learn what doesn't work. And by studying other successful people, you can shorten, instead of reinventing the wheel and going through the same mistakes that somebody else has probably already made, i.e., buying a book like mine. It's like, that book has decades of personal experience, but the collective wisdom of the people I've studied over the course of my life literally goes back thousands of years. So that's thousands of years of the smartest men living through the ages, people like Aristotle, a simple concept of pain and pleasure. People do more to avoid pain than they do to gain pleasure. I mean, that piece of wisdom was discovered over 2,000 years ago. And learning that and knowing that and understanding that can really help you get emotional leverage upon yourself, because that really comes in handy when you're trying to discipline yourself to work out when you don't feel like it, to be disciplined and eat healthy when you feel like just, stopping by Mickey D's and having a Big Mac attack, or whatever it happens to be, or taking a risk and asking that girl out that you're worried that, may reject you, or you may look bad. Like, one of the biggest things that people on their deathbed say is that regrets that they have is that I wish I'd have taken more risks. I wish I'd asked that girl out. I wish I would have started that business. I wish I would have taken more risks in life. I wish I would have changed jobs, or I wish I would have, asked for a raise, or spent more time with my friends. It's like there's usually a common three or four things that people on their deathbeds have regrets about. And so it's important that you build your life around facilitating you doing the things that you love, enjoy the most in your work and in your personal life.
I think especially having your ex for 3 years, you look back, especially being a first love, you're gonna look back with rose tinted glasses. So I think if you actually did get back with your ex, it wouldn't be as good. You kind of have this ideal like fantasy in your head. So
He's got a
it's
bit of a
tough to get.
Disney
Yeah.
fantasy, and what it really means is that all the women he's dated since have not pushed his buttons emotionally. And so, in other words, my diatribe I just went on, it's really about leveling up as a man. It's about, because the more successful you become, the more confidence you have, the more swagger you have. And the bottom line is the pretty girls, especially the ones that get all the attention, they want the best man that they can get. And it doesn't matter if you're not the best looking dude around. Is that if you, because being fit and in shape instead of a fat slob, when what 74% of all Americans are either overweight or obese. I mean, just getting fit and in shape will set you ahead of 75% of your competition. Because 75% of the population is like, they don't give a damn. They're not willing to do those things. And so the more you level up in your life, the more successful you become, you start making more money, you will meet other people that make more money. Just doing a simple thing like joining a yacht club or a beach club or a country club. People that join those kinds of organizations, they're not broke as a joke for the most part. They're usually very successful. And so when you hang around other successful people, people that made it, people that do well financially, you meet clients, you'll meet other women. Because what the other thing is that successful people, successful guys tend to attract pretty girls. Pretty girls typically have kids with successful dudes. Doesn't matter whether you're good looking or not. If the guy acts like a man, then typically he's going to be able to attract a pretty girl, and then so successful people tend to have beautiful kids as well. So they have hot daughters. And so just joining organizations where you have a higher you have more high income, high net worth kind of people, the quality of the people that you're going to be surrounded by and the quality of women you're going to meet is going to increase. And so what this guy needs to do is level up, because the idea is what I want for him as a coach is I want him to be dating a woman that he kind of feels like was out of his league, maybe, or when he was younger, was like, there's no way a girl like that would ever pay attention to me. But when you arrive, you get to a place like, I deserve a woman like that. I deserve a woman that is amazing in all areas of her life. And so when you believe that way, as you think, so shall you become. And as you level up and you become more successful and you become more confident, you have more swagger. And especially if you set your life up to create the conditions where just going out and having fun for the weekend with whatever it is that you do, there's always lots of pretty girls around, and you're doing fun things on the weekend, it makes it really easy to meet other women. You're most attractive when you're happy and you're smiling a lot. That's why you got to get to a happy place first before you're trying to get into a relationship with somebody. Because it's much easier to attract a happy person when you're in a happy place versus attracting a happy person when you're unhappy. Because the happy person is going to be repulsed if you're always down in the dumps and a bitter baby or a Debbie Downer type of person.